15 minutes. I don't know. I have written official speech to give you all 4 pages. I did not have the time to read it, to know how long it's gonna take. But it's gonna be light, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be happy things. So if you just stay with me, we're gonna all have a good time together. And all because of who?
Masoud.
Hello. Hello. Now that we are all, the reason I have to read from this, although it's written from my heart and I could speak from my heart, but if I go with my heart, it's going to take forever.
Please read.
Yes, thank you. I know you know me, so I'm going to go and read it. Because it's the first time I'm going to read, I may kind of have hiccups. This is the first time I'm going to be talking about it. Very good.
Did you read yesterday?
No.
Are you going to read tomorrow?
I just have not read for a long time.
Alright.
So now that we are all...
سکوت رو رعایت کنید
Yes. And at the end, I really invite everybody who wants to share anything about Masoud to feel free to do so, because this is about who? About Masoud. Everybody has more to say than I do, but I took the opportunity. So let me go. Now that we are all, actually, almost all, together as Mahin, Shori, Sheila, Muji, also Eti and Parviz, and Mehdi, and most importantly, unfortunately, and Eti and Maryam. Eli رو گفتم، نگفتم. Also Eli and Parviz. You could always correct me, but I have tried to be very politically correct. So I said also Eli and Parviz and Mehdi, and most importantly, unfortunately, Eti, due to some contagious but not serious illness, who cannot be with us, missing, and also Maryam. Nonetheless, it is still a good opportunity to celebrate the 102nd birth year of our beloved father, grandfather, and great-grandfather, Abul Qasim, or Abi for short. Abi Mojaber, who went to paradise 30 years ago, at the age of 72, and 100th birth year of our Mamani, Farishta Mojaber, our beloved mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother who joined Abi in paradise 3 years ago, at the age of 96. As they are happy together, we are happy for them, for such a beautiful life they lived, as the fruits of their happiness have gathered here today. Everybody you see here is because of this too, be added on later or from the blood. Having said that, let me make sure that we all know what I will be talking about is not about anyone else, but about Masoud.
چه طرفی بیچه تا یخمانی میگیره
102 years ago, in 1913, in Mashhad, in northern Reach province of Iran, a boy is born and named Abul Qasim, or Abi for short. Abi grows up a handsome 22-year-old man and works as an editor to a local newspaper when he falls in love with a gorgeous woman and marries her in 1935. Think about the years. This is before First World War, Second World War. This is about Great Depression.
Yeah, this
He-
is after First World War.
1935 is after. Okay, but it's about that era.
قبل از میلاد مسیح.
Just about right. A year later, Mahin is born. And then comes 4 years later, in 1940, Masoud. They are 4 years apart. Mahin and Masoud, 4 years apart. Unfortunately, however, this happy and beautiful family of four loses the gorgeous wife and mother when Mahin and Masoud were only 6 and 2. 6 and 2. They lost their mother. And for 7 and 3 years old, I wrote it once, I never read it. Now as Masoud will tell you himself, he was too young to have much of any memories of his mother. The things get real hard, and young Abby, who was passionately in love with his beautiful wife, more or less about that time turns to seek comfort in alcohol. So the grandfather really goes after comforting
Thank you,
himself.
man. So that explains a lot.
I mean,
Thank you very
there's
much.
always a question
Oh,
mark
not
in
a
my
answer.
mind.
Not a question with answer. But that's strong statement.
And there is more to come.
Now we know when.
If you ask now, how I know that Masoud's mom was gorgeous, then the answer is easy. Just take a look at Masoud and Mahi.
Yes.
And then you know it as clearly as I do. Also, as we all know, Abby was passionate about beautiful woman, and that proves. Give me just 10-15 minutes. I know I'm gonna screw up, so let me screw up on my own. So if you contribute to my screwing up, then I don't get credit.
Don't worry, I have
We're not picking on you, we're participating.
Oh, don't worry. Go ahead.
No, participations are welcome, but as I say something, just listen and then
I'm with you.
Okay, can I say something? Can I
Yes.
participate something?
Yes.
It's like 10 minutes, but you're still on one page.
I feel sorry for you, and I also sorry for,
Man, I'm with you. Go ahead.
and I also
I'm
feel
waiting.
more sorry
I'm
for
waiting for
myself
you.
because I'm gonna have to be here and
Sorry.
No, we love it. We love
I
it.
love it.
Beautiful.
As we all know, Abby was passionate about beautiful woman, and he proves that later on again. Their love was legendary. This is mom to Masoud and Mahin's love with my father. Was legendary, as the story is told about how Abby held his very ill wife with a contagious, fatal illness.
I think it was tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis or TB in his arms and fed her soup to assure her of soon being well, ate from the same spoon himself, encouraging her to eat. That's big.
That is big.
This is a disease that could kill you, man.
Yeah.
And you feel the wife who's passing out of total passion just to tell her that, honey, eat. You are well, there's nothing wrong with you. Look at me, look at me.
Okay.
But let me remind you that this is not about Abby, but it is indeed about Masoud Mojaver, his first son. Anyways, they moved to Tehran at the age of 29 or 30. Abi becomes a general manager of Tehran's first department store called General Mall. This is like Bloomingdale of Iran. We are going back when, right?
Masoud, what was his first job? You told me, I forgot.
He was an editor
For the newspaper.
for a newspaper in Mashhad. When they were all married and living together. He was a very good writer all through his life.
Yes, yes.
General Moore. After a while, money was good and life was getting to become somehow back to normal. They have lost the mother, the wife, the gorgeous wife. They are in Tehran with the new set of circumstances. Apparently, Abi meets Fereshte in Bazar when he was 32. A new love story is born, and they get married when Fereshte was 30, 2 years apart, in 1945. Now that is
At the beginning of World War II.
World War.
So,
Thank you.
Sorry, it's the end of World War II.
End of, yeah, 44 starts and it's 1 year.
How old was Fereshte?
32.
32.
32.
I don't have it here, but so that you know, Fereshte was also,
How old Baba John?
نه ماما فرشته نه ترشیده نبوده مدرن بودن بیشو
دایی.
ترشیده اول
دایی جان بابا جون چند
اولش هم
سالشه؟
ترشیده بود.
بابا جون چند
Mama 30 and Baba 32. And so that you all know, I did not put it in my speech because it's not about Fereshte, it's not about Abul Qasim or Ali.
It's about Masoud.
Fereshte was also married. Fereshte was also married.
New formation here.
Yes, I know. I want the family, I want the family to live. Fereshte was married with no kids. We never knew it till our adult years because that's the culture. We find out that our mom was married. They did not have kids together. And then he became a big general of Shahs or whatever. Doesn't matter. He's not my daddy. He's nobody to me. But thanks for him for not being there. I'm here. So anyway, she was married too. So at